Apple Music was released to a very mild reception on Android. A lot of people laid on the Apple hate, which is starting to be the norm on Apple apps to get released on Android, but the service itself isn't half bad. It boasts 30 million songs, curated playlists, and various radio stations for $9.99 per month. The application itself could use some work though, and it does contain some bugs, lag, and other minor issues. It's worth a shot, and we hope Apple fixes those other issues sooner or later. Call of Champions is a new MOBA that was released earlier this month. As with most MOBAs, you collect a party and then storm off onto the battlefield to defend your side and take over your opponents. It features pretty decent graphics, and it seems to work rather well in terms of online play. There are a total of 15 heroes to gather, all of which with their own special abilities. It's free to download and play, with in-app purchases being only for extra content. Dead Effect 2 is the sequel to the popular Dead Effect game that helped define what a shooter should look like on Android. In this new sci-fi shooter, you're tasked with killing all sorts of bad guys and monsters. There is also an RPG element that lets you level up your character and make it stronger. The graphics are quite impressive, and the controls are about as good as you can get on a touchscreen. It's free to download, so you can give it a shot right now. Okay, Fallout Pip-Boy isn't necessarily a game, but it is probably the best companion application to a game we've seen in a very long time. It launched alongside Fallout 4 and gives you the ability to monitor your character from your smartphone or tablet. You can see things like stats, inventory, map, and there is even a few mini games that you can engage with. The reviews are almost universally positive, and we agree that it's pretty great. The latest Oddworld game to hit Android is Munch's Odyssey. It's true that this isn't necessarily a brand new story from the series, but that doesn't mean it isn't a lot of fun. For those who haven't played, this title is an action-adventure game where you must reclaim the last package of Gabiar. It hasn't received a ton of press, so it's still a little obscure, but the user reviews have been really good so far. Pin tasking is a unique application that allows you to keep open applications in a floating button. That means they're always there, sitting on the side of the screen, waiting for you to open them and engage with them once again. This is a great application for power users, and you can try it before you buy it, although the application limits you to 2 floating icons for the purposes of demoing the app. The full version costs $3.99. Pool is an application from Mediafire, which you may know as the cloud storage and file sharing service you've probably downloaded stuff from before. Pool is a kind of hybrid mix between Google Photos and Instagram, in that allows you to upload and store photos, but you can also share them directly with people. It's quicker and easier than sharing individual photos over text messages, and unlike Instagram, you only share it with people you want to share it with. Signal Private Messenger is a newer messaging service that gained a lot of steam very quickly after Edward Snowden publicly endorsed the application. It boasts immense amounts of security and helps you keep your messages encrypted and private only for your eyes. It's accompanied by a very basic but functional material design interface, and it's entirely open source for those who like to see what the app code looks like. It's quite good and worth a shot. This War of Mine is a survival game based around World War II. The main difference between this one and others is that you have to survive being innocent civilians stuck in the middle of 2 warring sides. Each decision you make determines who lives and dies and whether or not your group survives. It's surprisingly deep and emotional for a mobile game, and probably among the best titles released this year. Google released YouTube Music as an offshoot to the original YouTube application. This one carries a number of music-centric features, including featured playlists, and you'll only find music videos when you search for content. The free version of the application is fairly competent, but if you pick up a YouTube Red subscription, you'll also get offline videos, the ability to play music without loading the video, and of course, ad-free video.